Hello, good morning students. Today we are continuing with the next half of the second chapter, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. At the age of 14, Bismillah Khan accompanied his uncle to Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Faizia Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of All India Radio in the Lucknow in the year 1938, came Bismillah Khan's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on the radio. So we had just gone through in the last lecture that Bismillah Khan has played the Shehnai for the first time. And when he used to go to his maternal grandparents' house, he used to accompany his uncle. Fine, and he also used to play on the banks of river Ganga, and which will influence him to invent the new rags. So over here the author is saying that at the age of Bismillah Khan, at the age of 14, Bismillah Khan accompanies his uncle to go to the Allahabad Music Conference. And after that, and when the music conference was ended, Ustad Fiyaz Khan patted on the young boy's back and he said that work hard and you shall make it. So while Bismillah Khan went to Allahabad Music Conference with his uncle, over there the Ustad Fiyaz Khan also gave him we should say Gujarati mathine આપણે કહીએ કે શાબાશી આપી like that, and he said that if you will work hard in this field you will be able to achieve the success. And with the opening of All India Radio Conference, radio in the Lucknow in the year 1938, there came a big change in the life of Bismillah Khan, and soon he became the often heard Shehnai player on the radio as well. So he started playing the Shehnai on the radio, and the people of Lucknow also enjoyed the noise of the Shehnai and the Shehnai played by Bismillah Khan, that he became popular radio player. When India gained independence on 15th of August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart into the Rag Kafi from the right fort and to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. So, as I said in the starting of the chapter, that he is a legend, and why I say that Bismillah Khan was treated as a legend, because he played the Shehnai for the first time on the occasion of independence in 15th August 1947, and he played the Shehnai for the first time Rag Kafi from the right fort, it is written. So he just gave a new voice to the India, new thing to the India on the occasion of independence in front of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, before he gave his speech on Tryst with Dynasty. Bismillah Khan was given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where the King Zabir Shah was so taken by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpets on the souvenirs. The King of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated by the Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was also impressed after hearing the Bismillahs play at the festival that he named the film after the instrument called Gunj Uthi Shehnai. So when Bismillah Khan started playing the Shehnai, he became very popular, and he played the Shehnai in the India as well as in the abroad. And when for the first time he went to abroad, and his first trip for playing the Shehnai to abroad was in Afghanistan, and the King of Afghanistan, King Zabir Shah, was so much influenced by the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan that he has gifted him a Persian carpet, so that, and other souvenirs. Souvenirs means things that are given in the memory of a place or a person for doing any event. So he gifted the Persian carpets to Bismillah Khan, and not only the King of Afghanistan was influenced by Bismillah Khan, but other film director Vijay Bhatt was also impressed that he has offered Bismillah Khan to play the Shehnai while he was doing the shooting of the film, and in that one song was there, Gunj Uthi Shehnai, and in that song he told Bismillah Khan to play the Shehnai. The film was a hit. One of the Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned into turned out to be a nationwide chartbuster. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's ventures in the film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Gun Jhute Shehnai and Vikram Shrivan's Kannada venture Sandhi Apna. So no doubt he has worked abroad, he had performed in the film as well. But the major two success that Bismillah Khan attained was of that. The first one was that Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, and that song, and Gun Jhute Shehnai. These were the two popular songs which were very famous for Bismillah Khan, and one Kannada movie that was also famous for Bismillah Khan. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and glamour in the film world, he says with emphasis. He is saying that he cannot enter into that world. Why? Because might be possible that some of the rituals are such that they cannot enter into such fields. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. So after such a great success, Bismillah Khan was invited to go to the USA, and over there he got an award as well. He also took a part in the World Exposition in Monitor, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in the Osaka Trade Fair. So well known that he became internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. And as the time passes, Bismillah Khan became so famous that after attaining the awards in the USA as well, one auditorium was also named after Bismillah Khan, and the name of that auditorium was Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. National awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him, and the three international awards of India, that is Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan, were also given to the Ustad Bismillah Khan. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, with the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with the rare happiness. He said, "All I would like to say is teach your children the music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." So, as in the starting of the chapter, we had seen that in the northern part, major Shehnai playing was done, and they were having the tradition. But now here the Bismillah Khan is saying that after getting the award of Bharat Ratna, he says that he is so happy, and he is trying to convince a message to all the parents that every child should learn the art of music, as it is the Hindustan's richest tradition, and even now people from the West are also coming to learn the music. In spite of having travelled all over the world, Khan Sahib, as he is fondly called, and exceedingly fond of Banaras and Damran, they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. A student of his once wanted him to head the Shehnai school in the USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras by replacing the temples there. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport the river Ganga as well. Later he is remembered to have said, "That is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustanis. While in the Mumbai, I think of only Banaras and the Holy Ganga. And while in the Banaras, I miss the Yunus Maratha and the Damra." So what it happens that once Bismillah Khan was so famous that no doubt he is saying that he had travelled the whole world. But उसके जो दो native place थे, that is of Banaras and Damran, that will remain the best place for him in the whole world. Fine. And one of the students of Bismillah Khan in the USA said that he wanted to recreate the atmosphere of Damran and Banaras in the USA. So Bismillah Khan told that student that is good if you can recreate that atmosphere, but will you be able to replace that Ganga river which is flowing in the Banaras into USA? Might be possible that it is not at all possible. So Bismillah Khan says that whenever he is in the foreign country, he must just find that if any Hindustanis are there, he will make them proud. And while he is in Mumbai, he think of Banaras and the Holy Ganga. And while he is in Banaras, he will miss the unique Maratha and Damron. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of rich cultural heritage of India. One that effortlessly accepts that the vote Muslim asked him, like him, can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. So the author is giving us a wonderful message over here that no doubt he was from the Muslim community. He used to play the Shehnai in the Kashi Vishwanath temple every morning. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st of August 2006 at the age of 90. After a prolonged illness, he was given a state funeral and the Government of India declared the day as national mourning. Thank you.